Hello, everyone. You're welcome to the platform again. And we started a particular poem, the analysis of the poem. We have gone through the foregrounding note, background of the poet and the poem. We have looked at the devices used in the poem, figures of sounds, figures of speech, and now to the last category of the poem, which is the themes in the poem. So let's look at this one after the other. And here we have four major themes in the poem. Let's take them one after the other. And I'll start with Africa as land of grief. Africa is seen as the land of grief, a grieved land. She has experienced many awful ordeals in the hands of the colonial masters who are known to be outsiders, as we have been exploited, that is, who have exploited her weaknesses to cheat her and to cause her years of pain. The poet draws our attention to the Africa's tearful woes of ancient and modern slave. This is seen in line 2 of the poem, and the degrading sweat of impure dance in line 3. There is the stunning perfume of the flower, and this flower, as it is stunning when it comes to the odor, at the same time it is crushed in the forest, and this is seen in lines 8 to 9, coupled with the um, weakness of iron and fire. This is seen in line 10 of the poem. So, what is a modernization is no more than the wickedness of iron and fire, as it is seen recently in Nigeria, where we have protesters protesting against the brutality of the police by saying end SARS and Sorosuke, only to stop the brutality of the police. Give me money, I'm not giving me money. Give me 15 naira, I'm not giving you 15 naira. The next thing is to let go of the trigger of the gun and the bullet execute the end of the arguments. So apart from attacks on our resources, as well as it is known that we are blessed in Africa when it comes to natural resources, there is sufficient assault on individuals who say no. During the time of the colonial era, if you have an opinion or view, you keep it to yourself. Once you say it, it will be as if you want to antagonize the governance. And by that, they are put in jail, that is, in prison. So such people have been thrown into jail where they can say, where they can only hear the jingling of the jailer's key, that is the warder, and that is seen in line 13. So jingling of jailer's key can be seen as a device as a onomatopoeia because of the sound it makes. Also, the stifled laughter, and this is probably of the fellow prisoners. Victorious voice of laments in line 14, as well as the conscious brilliance of hidden sensations in line 15. In addition, corpses thrown up by the Atlantic in line 25 is a reference to the many African souls lost in the seas to slavery and also the robbery of African resources as they were shipped to the West, that is, the advanced countries. It is important to witness the many times the poetic persona, that is, the poet, invokes the word grieved in the poem. The grieved lands of Africa grieved in virtually all the stanzas, sometimes twice in one stanza. So this is about all about Africa as land of grief. The next one now is a slavery, either ancient or modern. In the second line of the poem, we are introduced to the tearful woes of ancient and modern slaves, which are experienced by the grieved lands of Africa, that is, individual lands, whether East Africa, West Africa, North or South. And this is seen in line 1. The degrading sweat of impure dance of other seas. This is lines 3 to 4, which recalls the dance of the ships as they traversed the seas carrying millions of African slaves. When the ship is on the water, the way it what jinglings on the water. So after the era of direct slavery, there came the actions of the colonialists as they crushed the flower in the forest, that is destruction. That is seen in line 9. In addition to the wickedness of iron and fire, that is a modernization. That is when you disagree with their opinion. The next thing is firearms. Line 10 of the poem. This event is slavery, but more modern since it takes place after the major slavery period of 400 years ago. So this is about slavery. Point number 2, slavery, ancient or modern. The next one is hope in adversity. There is hope in the following, dream soon undone. Line 13, the stifled laughter. It is believed that after that stifled laughter, something should come. Line 14 of the poem. In the victorious voice of laments as seen in line 14, and in the unconscious brilliance of hidden sensations, line 15 of the poem. These vitals portend a bright future. That is the lines that I just picked now. They envisaged a bright future of Africans as the people in Africa keep hoping for better day to come, alongside fasting and prayers for who could go into that. And also, they indicate that none of these modes of punishment will last forever, as posed by the poet in the poem. So the stifling of laughter can only be for a while, as it is said that if a cry or something lasts for a night, then joy comes in the morning. So the stifling of laughter can only be for a while. Even the dreams so undone is presaged by the jingling of a jailer's key. Line 17. Even the unconscious brilliance of hidden sensations bespeaks of a future requiring to be revealed. Whether some people want it or not, there shall come peaceful coexistence in Africa, and Africa shall be great again. That is hope in adversity. The last one on the list, and that is the theme of living. As pertaining this theme, all the same we live. In spite of years of continuous degradation, in stanza 4, we have the first word, alive. The word alive is also found in line 2 of that stanza. And its last word is a lives. These words are defiantly deployed. They are used to make a point by the poet. So the point is that in spite of the efforts to subdue Africa and Africans, they still survive. Despite the punishment, the corporal punishment, and some other things shipping people abroad, we still live and will continue to live for the better days to come. So that is the point that is made there. They bubble up in dream. That is Africans, as seen in line 19. Africans still exist in the perpetual alliance of everything that lives. That is in line 22 of the poem. Not only are they breathing, they shout out the sound of life. Shout it as seen in lines 23 to 24. There is also the harmonious sound of conscience in line 31, in the honest blood of men, line 32, and in the strong desire of men, in line 24. So it is not just that people are living, as it is seen in line 40, they are also imperishable particles of the grieved lands of Africa. They cannot be what? Perished. We shall continue to live in Africa to see the better day. So this is seen in line 41 to 42 of the poem. Thank you for being there. This is how far we can go on the themes of the poem The Grieved Lands of Africa. We shall continue to go through some of the poems again, African, non-African, so also the drama text, the prose text, African, non-African. And I want to believe that you will remain on the platform so as to have more videos to come. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, enable your bell for more notifications, share the channel, share the information, let people come so that I'll be encouraged to do more than what I'm doing now. So thank you for being there once again and remain safe.